What's up, ticket holders? Let's get into this movie review right now of the Purge election year, starring Frank Grillo and Elizabeth Mitchell, directed by James DeMonico. Hope I said it right. Now, this is the third installment of the Purge series. Personally, Purge 1 was decent. It was actually a good foundation to start off of. Straight up, I was like, okay, this film right here, it has a lot of flaws, like more flaws than good, but it still was funny. So it had you going. And then part 2 came out, and I was like, now that they came from a house, that's what I thought was the biggest part of the movie. The biggest problem of the movie was that they were stuck in a house. But now part 2, they're in the city, so I'm like, oh shit, this shit's finna get raw. Like, they outside now. That's where all the crazy people at. Fuck, it's done. But you know, I was shorthanded with that. It wasn't as epic as I thought it could have been. You know, due to them being outside, it was a lot of stupidity and why they kept getting in those situations. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't real enough for me. But part 3, I will say, was really well done. Like, it was way better than the other 2. I mean, it was like day and night. Like, it was just a much better film. It's like they took a piece of part 2 that was good, which was Frank Grillo, and threw him in part 3 with a better script. Dope. Let me tell you about this story. This story takes place 2 years after the Purge anarchy. So basically, Frank Grillo's character becomes head of security for the United States Senator Charlene Roan, who was played by Elizabeth Mitchell. I was about to say Elizabeth Banks. Elizabeth Mitchell. And she's in the front runner to be the next United States president. Backstory for her. She experienced the Purge when she saw her family die right in front of her. So after that day, she was like, F this world. This world is crazy. I have to fix this. Because if I don't, people are not human anymore. They're crazy. They're animals. And this is not good for the American people. So she becomes part of the Senate, and now she's running for president. And she wants to eliminate the whole Purge. She wants to get rid of the Purge. She wants it to be a memory. She wants to get rid of all the crazy people, lock their ass up, and let them be locked up for that reason alone of the Purge. Because the Purge is not healthy for the American people. Which I agree with. Because if you let somebody go out and commit any crime they want to commit within 12 hours, and ain't nobody robbing fools, ain't nobody robbing banks, ain't nobody stealing cars, they out there murdering people, now you know the shit ain't went too far. I mean, if you told me about the Purge, you say, hey man, you could do anything bad in 1 year, I'd really be trying to get money. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be trying to rob folks. I would go out, I'll be hey, watch out. Hey, that nigga's got a new car. And I can get away with this shit. I could break in his house and get away with it. Tight. Stuff like that. I wouldn't be out there trying to murder people though. That shit is crazy. Like, I feel bad for all the bosses in the world. You know what I mean? Like, people that come and like they fire people at work and shit. Oh man, they on niggas list. Like, people are coming to get that. So, sum this all up. The government comes to go kill her, and she has to find a way to survive within 12 freaking hours, or she's dead. And then they get to running the president's senate with the new guy who was all about the Purge. That's what the movie's about. Now, was this movie good? Yes. Is this movie for everybody? Absolutely not. Is this a political film? Yes. Do people like political topics? No. Is it going to give people headaches on the political part? Maybe so. This movie was really done well for it to be a horror, thriller, political film. I will say the message behind it worries me, for the simple fact that we are dealing with a president candidate situation right now of racism and medical and money and just so much going on right now in the political world. And knowing that people think like this puts fear in my heart. It's like, man, these people are crazy out there. You know, seeing the development of the people in the Purge and how they could be nice 1 minute and then straight be crazy at night. That's scary. That is some scary shit. And I feel the character, and that's why I'm gonna get into the acting. Frank Grillo did his job. And I remember telling Jody Joe this. I would love to see Frank Grillo and Gerard Butler in like a movie like this together. Like, that should have been epic. Like, them niggas would be unbeatable. They'd be epic together. You know what I mean? Charlene Roan, Elizabeth Mitchell's character, the Senate, I believed her. I liked it. I liked her. Like, I wasn't supposed to really like her because she didn't really do dumb stuff. Her morals and morality made her look stupid. It was at points where you're like, kill this fool, and she's like, no, we can't do that. We're better than them. If we do that, we'll be just like them. And I understand that, but this ain't the type of party. You know what I'm saying? But I will have to give my hat off to the supporting cast members. There was a guy named Joe Dixon, Marco, and I think her name was Lena or something like that. She like a bootleg Brandy, and it was like this black dude named DeMarcus, something like that. And they were really, even though those two were the main characters, they had more shine, I think, in this film than the main characters did, because their backstories and their survival tactics worked for both ends. Like, Frank Grillo's character, Leo Barnes, ended up running in the Senate, ended up running into this bunch of black folks and a Latino. And it made me feel like the movie The Thing, at the end when Russell Crowe.
You know you done fucked up, right?
Russell Crowe. Oh shit, Kurt Russell, my bad. Kurt Russell, he was like teamed up with the two brothers at the end of the thing and shit. It was like, this is the only way we're gonna survive. And that gives me so much hope as being a black man in this world, because it seems to me in every purge, the black people saved the day. And that's some real shit. Every purge, the black people saved the day. Like, literally. And I was telling Joey Joe, I was like, man, this movie really makes white folks look evil. Like, they really look evil in this movie. Like, oh my gosh, they look evil. Look what they're doing. They're sacrificing people. Black people trying to survive and live. And I'm like, these white folks is out there just killing niggas. Like, it's like freedom. Like, ain't nobody out there trying to kill them. They're there killing people. Killing crackheads and shit. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But it puts fear in my heart because you believe that, like, higher power people end up doing shit like that. That shit's crazy, man. That's crazy. Especially in the movie. It's like, you're looking at it like, damn, man. Wow, who the fuck is out there doing shit like this? And if you gave something like this what would end up happening. But let me get back into the movie. I started dozing off on this shit because it's really intense, man. But I will say, it was a lot of purging, and it was satisfying purging. The unsatisfactory tongue-tied. The unsatisfactory fact about this movie is some purges they didn't allow us to see because it had to do with black people killing white folks. And I thought that was fucked up. Like, if you can show them blowing us away, why can't you show us blowing them away? That was bullshit to me. Like, there were certain scenes that you was like, it wasn't that you were rooting against the white man or nothing like that. It was the fact this nigga's evil, he's a bad guy, and this is a good guy, and let me see him happen. They wouldn't show you that. They never show you that in this film. And that's a big gripe I have with this film. That is fucked up. Like, how you gonna have everybody else killing each other, but you won't show it? You'll show us black on black crime of us killing each other, but you would not show a black person kill a white person in this movie. A white person would be, all you hear is and dead. You will never see the actual impact of the situation. You never saw it. Instead, you never saw the fights. You never saw none of that. You always saw it as it was like, it's about to go down, and then you hear it, and then there you go. That's a gripe I have with the movie. But it's not a big deal. It's whatever. The movie still was satisfying. Fuck! I'm like tongue-tied. These braces is killing me right now. I got the motherfucking wires tight. They drive me nuts. Free. I'm gonna purge my dentist. No, I'm just fucking. Alright, but it was very satisfying watching this film. This is a homie film. Go see it with your boys. You're gonna enjoy it. There was scenes in this movie though had me dying. Like, oh my gosh, I was laughing. Like, I was at the point where I got out my seat and like walked in the theater. Like, I couldn't stay still. Like, it was too funny because it was so realistic. Like, think about it. Put yourself in this situation. You as a person, if you have the right to do anything wrong, personally, I'm a good person. I have a good heart. My intentions is not to go out and hurt nobody. But think about some of the people who don't want to do that, but they just take part of the festival, the event. They take part of it. This is a spoiler. But just close your ears until I go like this. When I go like this, I'm done. So, ready, set, go. Frank Grillo and Leo Barnes and Charlene Roan were walking in an alley, right? And there was a string. She touched the string, right? and a big ass gauntlet comes out like boom, boom, boom. And we're like, oh shit, like they got traps out here, right? That's what we're thinking. But then the epicness of that writing, putting that comedy factor in there, it was like, oh man, oh my gosh, we almost got him. Like, oh dude, oh my, like they just like, all right, we're gonna count 1, 2, 3. It was like, oh man, and then the icing on the cake was, good luck out there. I could not stop laughing. That was like one of the funniest moments in a freaking thriller I ever saw. Like they were out there setting up booby traps for people and waiting from a distance to see it happen. And they were disappointed because it failed. And then at the end of it, they told them good luck. Like we wasn't trying to really kill you, but we just want to see what happens. Oh, that was so funny. And then you have to think to yourself, who will go outside and fix that gauntlet for the next sucker? Oh man, that was the funniest part of that whole movie. I could not stop laughing. Anybody that sees that movie and sees that part, they're going to laugh. Because that audience that I was in was laughing just as hard as I was. It was so funny. It was just the way it was set up was like brilliant. Oh my gosh, it was tight. It was a good movie. I can go all day about this film, man. There's so much about it, man. The final plot, you know, when they came in, they did what they had to do. It ended well. It was some things like it was like what the fuck, but I mean it's a Purge film, so I expect it to be like that. But for this, I'm gonna give this movie a solid B because it's a good movie to watch. I can watch it multiple times because there's probably hints in there that we don't really acknowledge when the first time we watch it because we're so stuck on a certain part of the film. But I will say, if you go watch it with somebody you're gonna have fun with. Don't watch it being a critic with this type of movie. This is not that type of movie. People are rating these films as far as they're very violent. Yeah, they're violent movies. That's what they're all about. They have to be like that, or it wouldn't be called a Purge. Don't go in with that stupid mentality. Go in and say, this is a violent movie. I'm going to see murders in there. People are going to be killing innocent people. And this is going to happen. It's the same as watching a zombie movie. It's the same as watching Dracula. It's the same as watching demonic films. It's the same basic concept. Because innocent people are going to die. And I think I just solved all problems in humanity. Okay, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. I kept that shit as real as possible. I'm J3. Like this video, share this video, go see this movie. It's a solid B. It's interesting, entertaining, and very fun. You're going to laugh your ass off at so much of this movie. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have fun. The audience had fun. I had fun. I'm out. Peace, love,